conversation we should be having, because we cannot be there wanting to raise a boy with a backbone and feelings. I always say, but if he has feelings, they can be bad.
That's what I've said. It is a topic, guys. Yes. Listen, this is a topic for another day. Mothers, let Godfrey speak about raising boys. But a mother's boy is between the mother and the wife. And when a boy is young, when he's a mother's boy, that is a good thing. Yes. The problem is when he gets into a relationship with somebody else, he's supposed to let go of the mommy thing. That is it.
Yet, I don't want you to forget that even when the boy wants to let go, the mother can hold.
Exactly what I said. The mother-in-law will be the one saying, you come. That's what I'm saying.
The relationship is between three people. Yes. That's what I'm saying. The relationship is between three people. So when Godfrey is speaking, I'd like him to speak about raising boys. We can do another show, Mother's Boys, when we bring in a mother, a wife, and husband. If you notice, mothering, everything we discuss somehow slips into the other, right? But we are just trying to say that
because
for now.
The truth is, about raising a boy is because what we have in homes are mother's boy.
Manuela, don't stress about that. You're not raising a mother's boy. I will abuse you if that boy wakes up and no, wait. If he grows up and you're still tying on him to be and trying to be just to you will have raised a mother's boy. But right now, you're okay.
Yes.
That's me. Yes.
I love this.
Everything is wrong with a mother's boy.
From the time he's young like this, you understand? Mother boy is good.
Okay. When he's young. Yes.
And you can be a mother's boy and still be a good husband.
You can.
Oh, yes.
The way I have raised,
my husband is a mother's boy. I stop on the living God. But the thing is striking that balance.
Right after this, he's going to ask me, Mommy, where were you following?
A good man should be a mother's boy.
All right. Tell me, Brian then cannot tell me, but Manuela, you're over making him sensitive. No, he needs to be sensitive. But he's not here.
You get every father.
But he says
every father will make that every father does.
Yeah.
Just like your mothers, you can be like one angle, the boy. They all can go. As if you understand.
But there is.
Excuse me. We are back. But can we do this properly? Can we get you something to drink? Because clearly the madness in this room.
Yes.
What would you like?
Wine.
A glass of wine.
So that's
Good choice. Good choice. Good choice. So we are back. Our guest today is Godfrey Kutesa. He is the founder of the Mentorship Programme for boys. And basically what happens is you bring boys from different families and teach them the basics, teach them to be responsible, accountable, the works. We want to hear about this initiative. Why boys? What was the goal? Why did you start? When did you start? All of that.
Mm-hmm.
But before the glass.
But before that, the wine.
Okay.
One of the reasons was what you've been discussing, because I realized that we had a lot of mothers' boys.
That's a good reason.
We had a lot of mothers' boys of who actually failed or still fail to launch into the world. Because there are certain expectations society has towards boys. I mean, at this stage, you're supposed to be able to lay your bed. You're supposed to be able to take yourself to school. Yet, we still had, I had a group of mothers who were raising sons, who even when they dropped their senior 2 child at school, they say, just a hug. No. Which is not bad.
It's not bad.
Not bad. You don't want us.
Which is not bad. Just a hug.
One more
I'm gonna miss you. And then one boy came and told me, but I feel embarrassed because all my friends are saying that this is not bad. Don't get me wrong. Yet at this stage, I should be able to connect with my mother in a different way. You understand? So the program is not meant to to mistreat, but to teach this boy to be able to stand alone. Well, because stages are graduating. And just like Angie mentioned a little bit earlier that, at a certain level, you expect a boy to be able to do this. So that transitioning, some of the boys are stuck in one stage. And because they are stuck, and even the parents, sometimes they are stuck.
The mothers.
Yes, the mothers. The connection, the connection between mother and son cannot be underestimated. It's so strong. Sometimes because the mother sees, each time the mother sees this son, he sees the dude.
The father.
Exactly, the father. If the father was so loving, sometimes. Sometimes that's why, because sometimes the affection that the dad used to bring forth has a little bit gone. So the best way to attach to...
So you're feeling a gap.
Exactly. That's why you can touch the daughters, you can touch her, but touch the son. The mother will come up. Yes, yet also you have realized that a lot of families, even when they have got a lot of succeeding daughters, but if the son fails to succeed or to launch into the world, the mother will never be happy. You bring her dying, you bring her money, she said, oh, but do you help your brother Simon? It's like she's not grateful for you bringing her, and she saves that money
to give to
just to give. Oh, a lot of homes that still have daughters that have succeeded or launched into the world and have the brother still in the house. It's the brother who sometimes, and a lot of daughters blame their mom, but mom, you are the one spoiling Simon. He should be, but mom. And then that's what brings about what you said. The mothers
Fail to
yes, exactly. The mother's son. How do baby? What did you call it? Mama's boy.
It's good that you have explained it that way, because as mothers, first of all, when you have a daughter, a man changes. Because this is the first time. You understand me? Just like when we have sons, my first son, I'm hard with me, but I'm always there. Tagwa, is he okay? And then he's a quiet man. So I'm always like, is he okay?
What is it he's saying?
Yes, those training wheels. So sometimes, because we go into protective mode, in your mind you're telling yourself, what I'm doing is right.
Exactly. What happens, what happens to the boy child is that each time you protect them, you are hurting them.
That's true. Even when dad is going to beat them.
You are hurting them. No, let's not even first go to the beating.
What kind of protection are we talking about? This is from like falling, whatever. No.
Even that contributes that, but then each time you are protecting them from getting into hardships. From that's why you see.
My problem is I feel I don't protect my girl either.
Let me. You know why? Because it's a daughter.
I don't protect her.
Because
I don't protect the boy. I don't protect the girl.
with
No, my daughter does.
Yes.
That is character. We feel in kakane.
With
I'm not in a counseling session. Mamela, you're not in a counseling session. Okay.
Yet let us not forget as well. Let us not forget as well that times are changing. And today, imagine 5 ladies and 1 man. Let me give you an example. Like 2 weeks back, I had a session of separated boys coming from separated homes, and then one parent sneaked her daughter into the program. Just one girl, she's senior too, but I'm telling you, I felt like crying because she overpowered 29 boys.
That's possible, yes.
Overpowering them. They couldn't speak. She got into this football. They were playing football. She started playing football and she scored them. And one of the boys was like, "Why? How could you even allow her to score you?" And she was like this, hey, show it to me. Imagine.
Can you imagine?
So, if you're protecting your son today, do you see her standing up to the Manuela of that time? Look at Angie, the way she's like, It calls for a man to be able to understand, first of all, who has been taught to be resilient. Because that's what every mother would love about their son. To be able to be resilient. That's why a lot of women, when they're quarreling with their husbands, they say, really?
Yes.
You've been the most men are mothers' boys because they send you to do their dirty work.
But this doesn't as well mean, Angie, this doesn't mean that if a man can speak for himself, this doesn't mean that he doesn't seek advice from the mother or from the woman. You understand? Yes, ma'am.
That said, I need to understand what is part of the curriculum.
Yes.
What exactly happens there.
What happens is that the curriculum is all rounded in teaching boys the true meaning of manhood, number one. And then to break the traits, these funny traits that we pick from the society. A man doesn't cry, a man doesn't want. Those are misguided traits. Yes. Right? And then to direct. Yes. And then to bring.
Choose what you want to hear. Go on.
Then as well to start building. To build. What we're saying, or what I keep on saying, that being a man doesn't mean that you don't have feelings or emotions. Because if a boy cries and say, boys don't cry, get up. So recently I was crying in the bathroom, and my wife came and said, stop crying. You know why I was crying? Because I'd lost someone. And this person that I lost was a very special person. So, but doesn't mean I would not cry. That's wrong. If you take time to look, there is an episode that is going on Netflix called Mask Off. It reveals the real manhood. Why boys are struggling on a daily basis. Why? Because each time they wake up, they're supposed to, even men, actually, it's not just boys alone. Because every day, the first thing a man puts on is a mask. To get out of the bedroom and say, I'm strong. Or to get out and get into school and say, I'm strong. Yet behind, there's quite a lot they're hurting with. So each time we do not give, the society doesn't give boys a chance to become humans.
Vulnerable.
You understand? We're shielding and covering up a lot of the emotions. And soon, when they get married, they have a blowover. So we break that on a daily basis into the program. Say, if you are hurt, it's okay, talk about it.
Being in touch with
And you can, it's okay to cry.
Yet, no.
With the one we've really fought.
Yes.
What defined for us a mother's boy? While you're at it,
The extreme.
not the extreme. Tell us what
Mother's boy is extreme.
Madam.
Sorry.
We're asking the man here.
I'm trying to modify your question. Yes, I'm helping you.
We have selective hearing. But why? Yes.
No, pay attention as I'm defining for you now.
Yes.
Now please pay attention.
I'm going to pay attention.
Before I define, because I don't think it has got one specific definition. But let me start with what brings about a mother's boy. Yesterday I was talking to a group of ladies and I was explaining to them why the Bible refers to boys as nations. Right? And I told them that every boy, every son is a nation.
Wow.
Are we together? So because every son is a nation, I give them an example of, let's say, Uganda as a nation, right? At some point it was not independent. It was a protectorate. Are we working together? So because Uganda was a protectorate, it did not decide for itself. That's one of the key. It could not decide for itself. So everything that it decided, it had to first be presented to another authority and then approved or denied. Even if it's in its best interest. Are we progressing? And then I said, part of raising sons to be nations is to give them independence and to affirm independence onto their lives. So if, let's say, but that doesn't take away the responsibility of a mother in the life of that boy. So I told them that what brings about a lot of men who cannot stand alone, right, is because they have never gotten the independence. They are still protectorates.
Yeah.
Why? Because who is doing the protecting is the mother.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes. Who decides what food we eat?
Yeah, exactly. The one who decides.
Maybe I don't do that with my son.
Yet-
I don't.
That one she
No,
can.
okay.
Yet,
I don't. Really, that one she can.
yet, Uganda at one point they could not just give it the independence. They had to be trained on how to do certain things, right? But as you are being trained, the person training lets go a little bit. You don't hold on too much and say, that one you're not doing it well, blah 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 blah. So mothers, because we love our sons so much. In fact,
Comes from a good place.
yes, it comes. Yes, in fact, my first. If you observe a lot of my postings and my first program was about mothers raising sons. Why? Because you mothers have got a special place in this in the lives of your sons, and even sons they have got a special place in your heart. So my first program was about mothers raising sons, because mothers, we love our sons so much. In the process of loving them so much, we hurt them. We allow them. We think that we are the only ones who can care for them. Oh God, you understand? Yet the daughter. Imagine, let's say you're living home and you've got you've got the son who is, let's say, 12, and you've got the daughter who is 9. A lot of mothers, they will tell the daughter who is 9, take care of your brother.
Who is 12, eh?
Who is 12? You see that? Yes.
No, I would say that I would maybe I would say that the 9-year-old girl, I would tell her, for example, don't forget to finish line. Yes, you might give the girl more instructions. But then when you flip the coin, when the father is leaving, that's why I said it's good when you're raising them together. He will not tell the girl. He will tell their son.
That is if he cares to say.
Yes, but that's what I'm saying. To raise, yes, that's true. To create a mother's boy, an adult mother's boy, requires 2 parents.
Yes, it doesn't happen in one.
Though everybody's saying mother.
No, but and I think where he's coming from, like now I have understood.
You've understood.
Okumanya, I'm in class.
Assure us.
That the place where you say someone is a mother's boy is if every decision has to be made.
Yes,
With the mom, through the mom.
Why?
Prioritizing the
yes,
mom.
but just because he's in touch with his feelings, just because he's sensitive, doesn't necessarily mean that he is a mother's boy. To be termed a mother's boy, you have to be making decisions. Yes.
But and by the way, let's the love they're talking about here, we're referring to. Sometimes the love that you're giving to your sons ceases to be love. And then it becomes manipulation. So you're just controlling them on the remote control. But someone else mentioned about fathers' daughters. It also happens when, let's say, the man was never being taught to stand on his own. And then now he gets married to a strong-willed, let's say, lady, the Angie, who say that this is blah, 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 blah. And according to this is the school that we are going to. And the man says, okay.
You've said.
Not just to agree, but to pull out because you don't want to put up a fight or you don't want to express yourself. Expression is one of the things that, for me, I mind about. A boy should be able to get up and say what they have. Yes, he should be able. Yes, and to make your point. But producer was saying that that's why sometimes we are not, because you are forced to emphasize our point and to be aggressive. Yes, you should understand that about us men. But even when you suppress a son, a boy, each time, and you don't want him to be able to feel that he's a man, because you love him so much, at one time, that will come out. It will come out. He will look out for another person who will make him feel that you are the man, because that you cannot kill it out of a man. Yes. Now the biggest problem that we're experiencing today, we have got a lot of empowered
girls and women.
Yes, they're go-getters. They'll start and do this. I'm going to do this, and they do it. Making sense?
I think you should rephrase that and not call it
And-
inappropriate.
It's a challenge.
Oh,
It's a challenge. It's a challenge.
Challenge for the boys.
Yes, it's a challenge. And at the same time, boys have not been, raised up and pushed and told that, you can do that.
Yeah.
But the training of these two is different. For a girl, you can empower them and elevate them in the home. But for a boy, they require the community. That's why you can tell your son, come on, you're a good soccer player. Come on, leave them. Your friends, I say, the boy comes back and said, Mommy, they say I don't know how to play football, blah, blah. And for you, because you're a mother, you said, come on, you are the best friend. You are like Ronaldo. Your son will never believe you.
Ronaldo.
You are the wrong person to say that. Because after all,
some role model.
yes.
So my friends told that to me, honestly, no, Mom, you're saying that because you're my mom.
You are the wrong person.
The girl, you can reaffirm a girl from home.
Yes, you can.
Yes, that's very powerful.
But on the soccer field, if they tell him you're not the best striker,
Yes.
even if you tell him why, he needs to go back to that pitch and prove to that guy every day until it comes out of his mouth that wow, you're the best striker.
For us mothers today, we think that we can. We can be the ones to affirm a boy because you love them so much. It's like, come on, you are the best. And you pick the hair from the word. Look at you. Give me a hug. Okay, give me a hug. That is useless to a boy. It needs, because a boy is adventurous, he needs to get into other boys and prove that, come on. Have you seen me?
But also that part of mommy, as you said, at home, because the first point of reaffirmation is at home.
I like the way Angie brings in her house.
It's good for foundation, but it's not everything.
Yeah, I like what you've said. I think our place as mothers is to heal wounds. Like you just come, you heal wounds. You said they said you're not a good striker, so what are we going to do about it?
That will
you
be
can be
better.
a good. So your role is to just clean the wound and say, but go back. My problem is my question.
Train hard and prove it to
My
them.
question
Now,
is, yes, that's what it is. My question now is, for where the way I was raised, there's no difference between a girl and a boy. When Bianca comes crying, she has fallen. I ask her, were you having fun? Yes. Then go back. Yes. As long as you're having fun. Blake comes, same thing. Were you having fun? Go back. Mommy, my friend said I'm not good, so what are you going to do to become better? Both Blake and Bianca at the same time. So my question at this point is, how do we
balance?
Yes, how do we balance? And should we anyway? Because like you've said, girls are becoming
empowered.
They're really empowered. So how should there be a balance, or should we just raise them the same?
No, you cannot raise them the same. But let me because it's Manuela who has asked this. Refer to the message that you sent out to the mothers on Mother's Day. I was watching that. Mommy, that even when mommy, your parenting style has been greatly influenced by your mother.
Yes.
I said that. You daughters, you learn a lot by observation.
Yes.
You do a lot of observation learning, but not to us guys.
You guys, it's trying.
You understand? Yes, for us, we want to experience. You cannot tell me that it's like that. But when you see that, that's why you can never take a lady to a school of breastfeeding. No. Or even a young girl. Exactly. Do you understand? The moment you start breastfeeding, Bianca will be watching. Am I making sense? And when you buy her doll, she'll pick it up. And even if it's not, am I communicating?
Yes.
Now that you brought that up, you said that you cannot take these children to school to learn certain things.
Girls.
Because they observe.
Girls will observe.
Yeah, because my little kaka, my snowball, my dog, she was still young, but she got pregnant. And I asked myself, how did she do it? Yes, the dog. I mean, we are animals. that's the problem. We elevate ourselves. Madness has arrived. Madness has arrived. But my thing, you guys know, I always break down things to the basics. Human beings, we get dressed and wear all these shoes and everything, but we're animals at the end of the day. My thing is, do you feel that, because when you did the first Mothers Raising Sons, quite a number of my friends went, and they asked, Angie, why didn't you come? I'm the type of person that believes that you get in and do it. That all these things and books and pump. You understand? When you remove your clothes, you think the way your head thinks, not what you have read. So I'm saying that we observe. I'm saying this for both men and women. And wouldn't it be the same?
No, to the men it would be, sometimes we look at what's the benefit. Why would I be doing that?
Yeah.
You understand? What's in for me? Yeah. You know, because I cannot see my father, let's say, going for baiting, and then I go for baiting. You understand? Yet with a girl should want to know, how is mommy benefiting from this? Somehow she's pulled to learn from you. But you know, for a guys, we want to adventure. We first listen to a story said, I think I also should try that. Yes, we always take a second thought about that. We are not thus, yes, yet we do the dumbest things.
Yeah.
Of course you can.
That's how
Yes. Yes, yet we do the dumbest things. The reason is,
boys start smoking.
Why do I send my child? Because I wouldn't send my child to a program like this, because I'm thinking he's learning on the job. But you're saying that the boys. But he's saying that with the boys, sometimes you need to bring them and show them.
And show them. Number one. Number two, one of the things that grows boys is how the perception.
Yes.
You understand? What
society.
you guys? One of the programs that I do is to do letter writing to every boy in the program. So one of the boys wrote to me back. He's at Macquarie College. Said, Mr. Kutesa, I feel like I don't want this school. Why? Because I don't have friends. You understand? But in those days, friends didn't matter. In our days, to guys, friends didn't matter. You're either there or not there, or you understand? You steal this book, you put on someone else's shirt, you know, you understand?
Really? I thought right from the time immemorial, that brotherhood has always been there.
It's good that it's a thinking. You've just said that you thought. It's a thinking. So friends didn't matter. So for him, not having a friend,
It's an issue.
right now it's an issue. Then I figured that, you know, we don't have a lot of resilience that we use, like we used to. You understand? A reason not to have a friend you cannot go, in those days, you cannot go to your parents and say, remove me from this school, I don't have a friend.
You make a friend.
You understand? So did you go to make friends? You understand? Have you ever, let's say, proposed a program to your son, and then your son asks, is Joel going to be there? Is Matthew going to be there? You know, he wants to first be able to know if they are there in order for him to gather the guts to go there.